This video is for entertainment purposes only, to make you laugh, hopefully, if you own a Subaru. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, proud Subaru owner. Just finished fake surfing at this beach I never go to. Don't get me wrong, I surf every day, but I'm not about to film myself on my actual beach so you have a treasure map to find me.
All right, guys, so this video brings up something that has been annoying to me for probably 10, 15 years. Pretty much any liberal city you go to, it seems like half, probably more like a third of the cars you drive around in the city are Subarus. It often seems like the most agitated drivers, giving middle fingers, attitude, typical hipster you would imagine, like South Park making fun of hippies, lots of facial hairs, perhaps piercings, tattoos, lots of bumper stickers. Of course, the most common bumper sticker, the Coexist bumper sticker on the Subaru. But honestly, if you buy a Subaru, I'm a car guy, so I like cars. I like learning about cars. I like learning about old cars, new cars, prices, value, all that. They are extremely overpriced for what they are. And why do people buy them? I guess the only argument that you would buy a Subaru is because it's somewhat safe, I guess. And just so you know the safety stats, the only car in the top 10 is the Subaru Solterra. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's number two. And keep in mind, just researching this, it's lots of shenanigans because there's lots of corruption, lots of paid rankings. But by far, the Tesla Model Y is the safest car you can buy. It's so safe that it broke the rating. It got like a six when you're only supposed to be able to get a five-star from NHTSA, so they had to change the system. But the only car that makes the top 10 is the Subaru Solterra, which, to be honest, I've never heard of the Solterra. Looking at the picture of it, I don't even recognize it. I don't know if it's a newer Subaru. I don't know anything about it. All I know is I believe it's the Subaru Forester. That's the car you see everywhere. That's the car that seems like everyone buys as far as Subarus go. Other than that, that's the only car that makes the top 10 for safety. That's the only logical reason that I can see that people buy it. And also know, talking to people, they say it's very reliable, which may be true. But I also know Subaru is on the higher end for maintenance and repair costs. And we'll jump into the most American made cars next.
Oh, guys! Don't you see I'm filming? I'm very important.
Tosh Point sucks.
It's not nice. I know where you live.
Why?
Because I know your dad. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna see me naked. The new suit. Always put your board tail first. People that put it nose first, you're just announcing to everyone on the beach, hey, I'm an idiot. And there's no right way to put a paddleboard on.
Obviously, Tosh is making fun of Subaru owners because they seem to be the type of person who is a permanent know-it-all and is going to stick to their guns even if they have no idea what they're talking about.
Because nobody likes paddleboarders. Subarus are perfect for surfing or going up to the mountain to snowboard. My last 4 cars have been Outbacks. I'm very brand loyal.
And maybe it's Outback. I don't know. Honestly, I could care less about Subarus. I've just always been fascinated by the drivers of them and how popular they are in liberal cities. I didn't look up what the most famous Subaru car that sells or whatever. I was just strictly sticking to what cars are the safest and what cars are the most American made.
That was fun. How are my babies?
So I won't get into it in this video because I don't want the video to get banned. But with this political environment here, the last 4 or 5 months, I have had extreme anger from mostly Subaru drivers, middle fingers yelling, people rolling down their windows yelling. I won't get into the reasons because I just want to keep this video strictly to the shenanigans and stupidity of Subaru drivers. So while we're talking about it, let's jump into the most American-made cars. Subaru doesn't make the top 10. I didn't look to see how far they go down the list. Out of the top 10, the top six cars are all made by Tesla. Seven and eight is Honda's. Nine is Ford, and 10 is Volkswagen. The number one most made American car is the Tesla Model 3. The number two is the Tesla Model Y long range. The number three is the Tesla Model Y. The number four is the Tesla Cybertruck. The number five is the Tesla Model S. And the number six is the Tesla Model X.
That was fun. How are my babies?
You got in the wrong car again?
Yep. I've made Subaru too popular.
So, case in point is, I believe Subaru drivers are probably the most liberal, virtual signaling, higher than thou people in society. And if you haven't noticed, when you go to a liberal city, pay attention to the drivers, pay attention to the Subarus. Let me know what you think in the comments.
What's this?
I think Daniel Tosh, like everybody, is fed up with all of the hypocrisy in society. The fact that he probably spent for much money on a 2-minute video making fun of Subaru drivers. I love it. I thought it was hilarious. I hope you guys got a chuckle out of it as well.
What's this?
And I hope your dog lovers, obviously, all people with all cars drive, all people who drive cars and love cars probably love dogs too. And obviously, he's making fun of his own staff here. What's 5 out of 6 cars, or is it all? They're all Subarus, I guess. He had his employees line up his Subarus to show. He's constantly trolling everybody, but I think it's a great video.
To meet real Subaru owners and see how a Subaru can fit your life, go to meetanowner.com.
All right, guys, what do you think? Am I being too harsh, or am I making some good points?